What's up, world? This is Levi Craig with another speed paint video. This one I did of Raven from the X-Men. Really cool character. I also love her from Teen Titans. Oh wait, I totally messed this all up. That is not Raven from the X-Men, that is Raven from Teen Titans. Thought the two worlds were connected. Sorry. Yeah, nothing to say about that. Anyway. So with this one, I really wanted to push kind of like the dark elements that Raven has. So I wanted to push kind of like her being warm colors and the background being cool colors with this cool Raven behind her, you know, like the giant bird. And I wanted to add in a lot of extra eyes because I think that's a cool element into some of the styles that they have with her. And it ties into a little bit of Raven's backstory. Still tripping out that I totally mixed her up with the X-Men, but whatever. I mean, there's so many characters, you're going to make a mistake once or twice. But anyway, with this one, I'm messing around with her face now. She's very pale. I used a lot of light blues and a hint of violet. Not with her hood, I wanted there to be a very stark contrast between the two. So there's going to be a very heavy purple separating that, and that purple is going to go into a pink or magenta highlight. I'm trying to figure out with that kind of like how those two will blend together, because they blend nicely, but the problem is you need to create not just the contrast of the cloak but also some of the shadowing in it, which is all going to be grades of purple. And I typically like to have a variance in colors in my stuff so it really pops. I want my stuff to be very expressive. So, you know, usually I try to put in more colors in with this, but I'm kind of just going purple on purple on purple. But either way, it's working out. I had the eyes already done with a light yellow, and now that I'm doing the shadowing with her face, because she's got the hood over here, and there's like that shadow over her eyes. As in, her eyes are going to be glowing a little bit. So her eyes are a little bit yellow. And now I'm messing around with the background some more, where it's going to be more of that pink into purple, which will fuse right into her cape. That's what I was hoping for. To try and play around with a lot of these layering effects that watercolors you can do sometimes. A lot of this is just, you know, laying it down in areas, waiting for it to dry. Like you'll notice, like I've got the outline of the Raven all kind of done up, but I'm kind of waiting for it to dry before I get in there and do those heavy colors. Because you typically want to do the dark stuff later, because you really can't undo the dark stuff very well anyway. I mean, you can do some dry brushing techniques to like pick the paint back up, but it takes so much time. Right now I'm touching up on the Raven's head now, did the beak, messing around with the eyes. Now I'm starting to play around with that dark blue, which is very invasive. It's really hard for you to go back with that blue, and you got to make sure that areas around it are dry, otherwise that blue will just fuse right into it. Putting down kind of a light layer on the wings first, and it was mostly because I was having a hard time getting this blue to lay down as heavy as I wanted it to. You kind of have to like balance it out on your brush and try and get as much of it on it as possible to get it that dark coloring that I wanted. But I kind of was just playing around at the moment, and I was like, what do light wings look like? You know, because this isn't the coloring that I wanted, but I was just like, you know, maybe we'll play around with it and see if lighter coloring works. Right now I'm just letting those wings dry as I play around with her cape now. Kind of wanted to just like have a lot of dark colors for her cape to kind of just create this really cool accent around her figure. Don't really like emphasizing too much of her sexual appeal, because I kind of like look at Raven as more of a dark character. I mean, a lot of people portray her as kind of like, you know, an overly attractive character. I mean, she's very attractive, but I kind of wanted to push that whole idea of her dark. You know, she is a conflicted character. Her past is kind of upsetting. It's kind of messed up, actually. I mean, I know a lot of the Teen Titans Go kind of play her off as like a goofy character, but she's got kind of a dark story. But anyway, getting in more of like this coloring, I'm hitting that cobalt blue very heavy now, like getting those eyes and that Raven to really pop. And I'm liking the way that looks. I can already tell that I'm going to be making this a lot darker. And since, you know, I've got that lighter layer on the Raven already done, I'm going to do that dripping layering effect that I like. See where I'm hitting that really dark blue and then it's going to drip over it. And I think that's actually kind of ran into that. I wasn't really planning on that at first, but it worked out, I think, really cool. I mean, any opportunity where I can layer drips, I feel it creates a really cool sense of depth or atmosphere. It really pushes the medium too. I really enjoy the heck out of it. That's probably my favorite thing to do with watercolors of late, is just the dripping. Figuring out unique ways of tying it into the piece somehow. And now I'm getting into the cape, doing the same thing. I layered that cape light at first, but now I'm kind of putting over a heavy, purple over it that's dripping down and over it, creating this kind of like, flow to the whole piece that's really neat. I hope you guys don't mind the background noise. We've got Scary Movie playing in the background. It's kind of, someone's dying. But anyway, with her centerpiece here, kind of wanted more of those drips, kind of layering from blue into purple, kind of like those fun transitions, playing around with them both. And pretty much I've hit up the majority of this piece the way I wanted it to. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions or comments, please check me out online. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And until next time, you guys have an awesome day.